Well, Texas lawmakers are debating how to replace the STAAR test, which is the end-of-year exam some Texas students take to assess their knowledge.
And both Republicans and Democrats agree the current test creates too much stress for students, but what to replace the test with is up for debate. Capitol correspondent McKim breaks down the education debate at the Capitol.
The STAAR test does not benefit students, teachers, and schools the way you think it does.
This is Elia Moran, a 7th grade student in Fort Worth ISD. She told a committee of lawmakers on Thursday just how stressful the STAAR test can be.
The STAAR test creates that major weight on my brain where I can't think while the teacher is giving me information. I don't sleep well and I don't eat well. Now you tell me if that seems healthy for a child's brain and body.
Texas lawmakers want to solve the issue, and here's the current plan. 3 tests spaced throughout the year in the beginning, middle, and end. The first 2 tests are adaptive, meaning the questions change depending if the question before is answered correctly or not, and the results would be available for teachers and parents 48 hours later. The end-of-year assessment would be the same for each student, but party line disagreements seem to arise out of who will make the test. The current proposal gives that job to the Texas Education Agency.
I just have no faith that our state will do a good job of it, as it has not done a good job with the creation of the STAAR test.
Democratic State Representative Gina Hinojosa would rather see students take a nationally norm-reference test, which would compare student outcomes to other states. She believes students would benefit if the state did not make the test. But the bill's author, Chairman Brad Buckley, believes students should be assessed on state-approved standards.
It is important to make sure our children are achieving success on those standards.
That is known as a criterion reference test. And Mary Lynn Prunetta, the Director of Education Policy at Texas 2036, a public policy research group, argues criterion tests are actually more useful to parents.
It tells them exactly if their kid is on grade level and then anything that they're specifically struggling with.
Prunetta supports the bill because she thinks it will decrease testing anxiety by clearing up the misconception that a student needs to pass the test to move to the next grade level.
One of the things that we have to do, and that House Bill 8 does a really good job of, is correcting a lot of that misinformation.
In Austin, I'm McKim.
And the House Public Education Committee is currently hearing public testimony on the bill. The Senate passed a nearly identical bill earlier this week. I'll go in depth. This comes after the Texas Education Agency released its accountability ratings for the 2024-25 school year. STAAR test scores are used to create those ratings for Texas schools. And in this new round of ratings, 3 Austin ISD schools, Dobie, Webb, and Burnett Middle Schools received their 4th F scores. Coming up tonight on KXAN News at 10, we're going to take a look at Austin ISD's mission to bring some of its best teachers into its lowest performing schools.